Another big week of college football for you at bangthebook.com. Brian Blessing, Kenny White coming to you from Las Vegas. We're going to talk Big Ten football. Ohio State at Northwestern. Kenny, this is a steam play. We saw Ohio State in the 5.5 range. Races up to 7. Total is on the way towards the over, 58, approaching 60. Are you on board with the line moves?
Well, I am on board. I think Ohio State's the better football team. Northwestern's home advantage is not that big. It's a 4-hour drive from Columbus. There'll be a lot of Ohio State fans there. And I'm definitely on the move with the total going up because that's going to steam. I think that's going to be offense in this day and age of football.
You know, Ohio State just finds a way. They've yet to lose under Urban Meyer. But you go back to last year, Purdue gave them a football game. And at the end of the first half against Wisconsin, how a player could get behind the safety with 1 second left. And when all was said and done, that was the difference in the game against Wisconsin.
And, you know, you're right. There was a couple plays in that football game, but they're very talented. It's a good football team. And the head coach, Urban Meyer, knows how to coach college football. Look at his career record. He wins 6 games to every one he loses. And that's very important, especially the schools that he's been at. He plays against big-time competition. Don't take anything away from him because he did beat Purdue last and because he did beat Wisconsin with that touchdown pass. He's that good.
You know, in a weird way, maybe the best thing that ever happened to Braxton Miller was getting nicked up because Guyton played so well. Miller realizes he's got to have his A game at all times.
Well, and I was a little worried about him. Thought he might be a little rusty, but there was no rust whatsoever. He came out firing against Wisconsin, had a big first half. Surprisingly, and I think maybe this, you know, more respect to the coach, he might have thought Miller might have been out a little gas, and he slowed things down. He really let Miller run the ball instead of having him throw with no legs underneath you. It'd be a lot tougher to throw it than it would be to run it.
Buckeyes did lose their starting safety, Christian Bryant, to an ankle injury. And on the other side of the equation, Northwestern gets a key guy back.
Well, dime a dozen on players on Ohio State. They just have all 5-star players. They just keep reloading with good talent. Yes, Venrick Mark, though, huge difference for Northwestern. He's a 2-point guy because he returns punts and kicks besides being an explosive runner. When people talk about Northwestern being fast, this is the guy they're talking about. Venrick Mark has tremendous speed. He's going to be one of the fastest players on the field.
It's a game that's been circled as the game of the year for Northwestern, but the added bonus, Ohio State, a physical, hard-fought game against Wisconsin, while the Cats had 2 weeks to get ready.
Yeah, that's an advantage. It definitely is. But you know what? I like that advantage if Northwestern was the better football team. They're not the better team, so they need those type of advantages just to hang around. This will be a great game, I think. Early, Ohio State gets the lead late, wins the football game.
May Northwestern have left something in the cupboard? Their first games, Cal, Syracuse, Western Michigan, Maine. You talk about a massive step up in class. Will we see new things from Northwestern here?
Well, just the teams you just talked about, we could see some new wrinkles, obviously. Pat Fitzgerald does a great job, too, for Northwestern. I think he's one of the better football coaches in the country. Well, when you look at who they played, Cal, they have done nothing since that game. Syracuse has been okay. They beat Tulane. And then Western Michigan just lost to Kent State at home, and Maine is Maine. This is a huge jump. When we're talking about teams in the power rating, average power rating about 95, now you're jumping to a team with a 117. 23 touchdowns better in this football game.
Finally, it's steamed up to 7. Does the game get off the key number? Is that where she sits?
I think it sits at 7. I don't think it goes any higher than that. I think there's a lot of respect for Northwestern, but boy, -7. They were 7 against Wisconsin. I don't care if they were at home or not. Now they're 7 against Northwestern.
He's Kenny White. I'm Brian Blessing. We wish you the best of luck this weekend. Great information. It's all here at your fingertips. Bangthebook.com.